current rate of workflow?
Gift of Desolation, that was a full track you guys released, or was it just a snippet?
It was a full track we recorded in the app from there.
In Morphus we also released it as a demo.
That was our first track.
Yeah, but with no music video. We've done snippets for some of them, deathbed snippets still coming.
What'd you say?
What do you say, motherfucker?
Say motherfucker.
That's right.
I'm Greg.
I play bass.
Dramatic pause. Hello, I'm Nicholas. I play guitar and do growl vocals.
I'm Josh, I play lead guitar and I do clean vocals.
And we have a drummer. Yes. He wasn't able to make it tonight.
This is Jono.
Yeah.
He plays drums.
It's very anorexic.
You're soon to be releasing your debut EP, Balancing Machine. It's a 5-track EP and it's been like kind of long in the making.
Yeah, I think we first announced we're going to release it in October last year. Little did we know the length of time. Yeah.
Yeah. So October was going to be the due date. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Was.
I think it was on stage as well. People were like, when you release it, it's like, yeah, October.
Yeah.
I think that like part of it is also like how much you don't anticipate how much work is involved in not just making the EP and recording it, and there's also the marketing of it, putting together all of the artwork, deciding how the best of tracks fit together. And we're doing it all ourselves pretty much. So it's
being happy with like the artwork, and we're like, yeah, we all like get consensus on it, and we're all happy. Well, yeah, it's been. We recorded it actually at my old house here in Kenilworth. We tracked it there, all the guitars and bass, and then the other half of it we did vocals at Heinrich from which part of Dark Matter Studios. That was his personal home studio, and I joined up with Burning Turn Records.
ideally we would have liked to have mic'd up everything and have it exactly that. But again, some of it's budget and money and available resources and time to do that. So we've trying to get the best out of what we can in terms of the amp sims and everything. The one thing which I would say that I would really want to do for next time is make sure that we record live drums or trigger played. If it's MIDI drums, make sure that it's triggered by live drumming. Because I think it's been quite a learning curve for Jono, who's an amazing drummer. But it's been quite like learning, like a big learning curve for him to like. He's never actually programmed drums before.
Yeah.
So it was quite a learning curve, and I think that
a lot of money to get drums recorded in a nice studio. Because you can record drums, like, but it's gonna sound shit if it's not like in a good studio, good sound, nice mics. Yeah, we do actually amp sims on this album, but that's actually because something fucked out with the reamping of our mics, sort of our guitars. Yeah, so we couldn't reamp the guitars, so it's just straight amp sims, but it's sounding killer though. We would like go to like Heinrich's house and he's like, listen to this, I can like get the sound, this like amp sim to sound exactly like this band. And he's like showing us like back and forth in between the songs.
Work it, go.
yeah.
Baby, please, play me a damn good song.
Yeah, exactly.
My understanding is that Nick is the sort of core songwriter.
Yeah, no, I've been doing the lead writing. I bring like the song idea, but it will be like the whole song I do. I mean, if I bring it like sort of half-assed, I'm gonna get like a shitload of crit from these guys. And it's fucking. Same with Greg and like his art and stuff. Like he brings in sort of half done, and it's like, but what the fuck is this? Like, so yeah, we'll bring like the whole idea, and then we will sit and we will like flesh it out and adjust and bump stuff around. This works, or like, yeah, this riff's not quite working. We need to change it.
Often we also track it down and then all listen to it. Once we've kind of all got the crit in, we'll track it down, and then sometimes we'll still hear stuff in there. We're like, change it back to the old way. 3 or 4 different versions for one riff that we. I mean, how long did Deathbed? Remember the end of Deathbed?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, we've done a
block
whole
phase.
garden
Like
half of
months.
that where
It
we
changed so many times. Wow.
But yeah, that can happen. Like,
Yeah.
and I remember hitting a block on that song, that part,
I remember you saying.
and then it was like 6 months of like just like going through riff, like which one is the fucking riff.
I remember your.
But
yeah,
then,
diligently sending WhatsApp messages of like, okay, there's this option, or there's this option, or there's this option, and like literally played it.
Yeah,
In the
I
end, we
remember.
went back to the simple build,
Uh.
which actually just worked the best. It was a,
maybe like what feels right to me. I was like, why though? But these guys dig it as well. So
yeah, we dig it.
it's a strange fucker.
Often the songs grow on me. Like Nick will come to us with a riff, and we'll just be like, "What the fuck, dude? what have you been eating?" I mean, one of the new ones we're doing, which is a temporary name called Sex Work, is the most crazy. There's this insane harmony it's so bizarre. It's probably the most bizarre thing I've ever heard, and it sounds awesome, but it grows on you. So at first you're just like, "What are you doing, Nick?" And then eventually you understand what he's doing. You see what the rhythms are.
I started like, well, with like Josh's style, because Josh will like do all the like the lead guitar playing. I haven't like taken any of the lead guitar playing yet. So Josh is like on that, and but then also like I write parts, and now like with like sort of the way Josh's style has like been like developing since like we've been playing together. Was like I like even like keep parts in mind and it's simplified because I know he'll be putting this like awesome tapping or like atmosphere over it. Sort of like starting to get that sort of like thinking about what the other guy in the band what he can do and what like is going to complement him as well. But in terms of like what the lyrics mean and the essence of the entire song, like Amorphous Filter it's talking about sort of the brain and like an experience I had and sort of like an analogy of the whole experience. Like Deathbed Universe, that's about like the end, like this imagined end of the universe, but sort of like based generally on like sort of scientific predictions as well, but then also in a very like sci-fi kind of way. Balancing machine as well, that's got a lot, I mean like the whole like machine part can like, you can think of it a lot in terms of sort of like human society as well, and that's like the sort of capitalism and all that, and that like that comes into the song a lot. Andromeda Inbound, I mean that's about the Andromeda galaxy that is coming towards the Milky Way and the collision between like our two galaxies. So sort of sci-fi.
It's intended literal because you really encompass the song. It's
It's something that makes sense to what the song's trying to say.
I think the thing that I dig about the lyrics is that they are quite like open in that they encompass it like a feeling and then like an approach, and there's definitely like a core idea in the song, but in the way that it's phrased, it's quite open. You can sort of pull your own kind of like interpretation out of it, which I quite like. I like it that it's not this is what the song is about and it's spelled out for you.
Yeah, no,
Makes
it's
it more
definitely prefer
engaging.
if people interpreted their own stuff as well. Well, in terms of the actual song and like how it flows, a lot of that is like sitting down and writing, and it'll be like sort of like how the song balances out. It'll be like, okay, we've had enough fucking heavy riffs now. It's like it needs to go somewhere else, but it needs to work. It can't sound like a different song. So it's just that contrast of what works. Sometimes it'll be like drastic, sometimes it'll be like gradual, it'll be sort of like amorphous, where it's still driving in like the clean section. Still like keeps the momentum, but then like in Balancing Machine it can have that very sharp like Deathbed as well. It just feels right. I don't know. It's mostly on like feel, like
It's definitely got like a dark kind of feel, but it's also it's got like an appreciation of like beautiful things, things that sound. It's not just got a hopeful undercurrent to it. So we're not just pummeling in your face, heavy stuff. I think all of us have just got a kind of an appreciation in terms of all the diverse music we appreciate.
Diverse feelings.
Yeah, and layers and textures and atmosphere. I think we like to sometimes take a track. There's like in Balancing Machine, for instance, there's a one clean section where we spent a lot of time working on the dynamics of that. So we would sit with that, and initially when we played it up, we just went to a clean section, and it would kind of play out and it would be clean. But we wanted to build it, so we spent a lot of time literally going over that and trying to get it as soft as we could and make that transition from the heavy into really, really, really soft. So it was like a dramatic kind of thing. And I think we try and make sure that we've got those dynamics worked out. Nick in particular has got quite like a high standard for the music and the band, and so that just filters over into everything. So I think that everything that he sees, he wants to make sure is, if it can be pushed a little bit more, then let's push it a little bit more. So I think the interaction between what I've initially like presented and the whole process of discussion has pushed the artwork into like better places.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed your artwork's just like grown.
Yeah.
Couldn't
have done without
better artist.
Couldn't have done. Should just take you with me to work. But in terms of like the art, I think that the part of it is just my visual style, which is quite layered and textural, but it does reflect the music. So like Amorphous Filter in particular was a song which was an experience with that Nick had, which was kind of removing the filters from everything and just allowing input data to stream in, and like not differentiating and assigning meaning to it like instinctively all the time. So
this was the t-shirt one you did on the t-shirts.
Yeah, so the artwork around that was very layered and just like lots of stuff kind of like streaming through a cortex. And then that style I kind of like translated to Balancing Machine. In Balancing Machine in particular, the lyrics, when I asked Nick what they mean, because I had to ask.
I knew you would like that one.
Yeah. Well, I think it was quite a very dense song. I think there's like a lot of stuff in there that is about. It's not just about one thing, but so again, like what I took out from it, what it kind of meant to me. So in terms of like the artwork, there's a lot of things in the artwork which come out of the lyrics. So one of the key lyrics is, please remind me, Nick, mother.
Mother and foe, I'll hold your head as you die.
Which to me spoke about like our relationship with the earth, and that the earth is our mother, but it's become our foe because of how we've treated it. And in the artwork there's a representation of a child suckling a mom who's a big machine that's kind of at the same time eating and consuming her, so it's a self-consuming thing. And then in the artwork there's another thing about raging against the storm, and it's basically taking all of those ideas, like 4 bits of the thing, and just building this kind of like
and stuff that inspires you out of the music.
Exactly, yeah.
And that he interprets as well.
Yeah.
But then we try and find a balance between keeping that interpretation with the music and my interpretation from like writing it, and try to find that balance.
Yeah.
Cool. And I wanted to ask also related to the artwork, the visual style is very not typical of, let's say, the kind of market which you guys would sort of first appeal to, obviously being, metal.
Shit, you missed it.
No,
That was a mistake. Oh no!
this is awesome. Tell us about what, was that something which was deliberate?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. I think so, but not thought through too much. I think it was more of a.
We don't want to like push people away.
Yeah, so we're not trying to just. It definitely wasn't like, let's be different and not be metal.
It was about our own style. It was about our own message. We weren't trying to say, oh, what is everyone else doing? Let's copy this. Maybe they'll understand it that way. It's more like, we know this is good. Here it is, and you guys see if you enjoy that.
And I think speaking for me personally, I tend to find a lot of like metal stuff and the style of it. It does become a bit cliched and derivative, and it's the same kind of thing. And I've just seen a lot of it. So I appreciate when metal bands, lots of metal bands, don't fit into the metal mold. So it's, for me, it's nice when a band can like experiment, and again, it reflects the music, because our music embraces, you know, stuff which is from bits of jazz and bits of
Spanish and classical.
yeah. So I think that in that same way, the artwork reflects that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta get to Joburg. We gotta get our stuff up there.
You got to spread it around.
Got
Like, and
something
this is
to
like the
show.
time when it's launching. We've got to take advantage
Take
of that.
this, yeah.
And like, yeah, we've been organizing all those gigs. Like, I've been behind that. It's been retardedly stressful. Like, I was like, I'll organize 10 gigs. Here I go. And I'm like, yeah, because each gig is like a lot of stress, and then as soon as you got more than one gig, you're dividing your time and you're dividing how much you can advertise and yeah, how effective you can be. So then you have to just put in like more work. So yeah, it's been a learning curve, and yeah, we might have even gone a bit mental. I mean, we've got like 3 gigs at like Aunt Class in like a month, yeah, of a month span of time, which is normally it's like gig once in a month somewhere. So we're really milking it. Yeah, we had some complications, like we organised the gig for Joburg, had dates set, places booked, and then, you know, we got into like whack and metal battle.
Oh, damn.
So we had to reschedule that. No, yeah, I mean, obviously we was so stoked about that, we were like, fuck, we've got to reschedule the tour. So we set that out a month later. So it gives us more time to, you know, have people actually know who the hell we are when you get there, and not like arrive and be like, you guys, we never heard of you. So yeah, we're going to be punting music up in Joburg and like releases.
Are you expecting much of a difference in terms of how the public receives you hereafter?
We're going to have to choose.
Expecting would be nice, but I don't know. I think it would be better.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to grow sort of more appreciation and like hype like for the band over like a wider area. Yeah, I definitely think having like solid recordings like with those demos, I was like, I don't want to like advertise with these anymore. Like, I almost feel like it's damaging. Like, it's done its part, it's got us into the scene. Now we need like something that's like professional. Like,
It's true. Like you can advertise so much better on Bandcamp, on Spotify, on Facebook, everywhere else, where people can actually hear the music properly as you want them to hear.
yeah.
And I mean, ultimately, that's what it's about. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we feel, and I think we all feel this, that like being part of the band. Shit, I mean, the last couple of weeks we've all been so busy with EP release stuff. It's like, we've also got to play guitar. We've also got to like.
Guitar, that's
You've got to,
like,
like, what's
maybe
that?
at 11 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
like I can pick the guitar up.
So ultimately, yeah, this is about the music, and it's about releasing our product onto the market and getting it out there. So we just want to get it out there and get as many people as we can dig it, liking it, listen to it.
Tell me, at this stage, is the product finished?
Yeah.
I so wanted to ask, alright, one word game again. How does it feel? Can we pretend it's
Relieved.
finished and then ask the
Relieved.
question? So,
It's very close. That's my word. Very close.
It's close, but yeah, we're playing the lines and that's yeah. Like, yeah. We're cutting it fine, but it's going to be out.
It's yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be like a good sense of accomplishment, yeah.
Yeah.
And to feel that there's something out there that we can be proud of. And I think even though that we can be proud of it, I know that we're already looking to up it for the next release. And even like the stuff that we've been working on, the new songs, the new tracks that we've been working on while we've been doing all this EP stuff, it's like up another level. So yeah, it's exciting to see what.
Yeah, we've got like 5 or 6 tracks already, additionally to like the EP tracks. For like the album, we'll look at putting on the album which one's gone, which one's don't.
We're gonna make a music video.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, we've been doing a lot of like jam room videos. After this, we sort of like moving on from the jam room video stuff. So now we want to like put some like more cash into like proper music video concepts, themes, sets,
Costumes. Pageant. You said sets, costume. That's what comes to my mind.
Yeah, but it's bringing the songs more to life than just like us jamming, like what's going on in our heads of what the songs are. Bringing that like to the foreground through the videos.
You know, we looked at animation as well, like doing, because like the one we wanted to do is Andromeda, but to really bring home the concepts of two galaxies colliding and the whole transition of the human race up until that point in time is very difficult to do with the set costumes.
You see, the problem is that Nick's lyrical ideas are too big budget. They involve the universe.
It's like a Star Wars movie. It's like a Star Wars movie. So
they involve the universe and things as big as the universe.
One day.
I mean, Mastodon does really cool examples of that. I don't know if you've seen some of their videos where they have sort of low budget costumes, but it's still very creative, very interesting.
Thanks, man.
Oh, that was
Let's get this music fucking out of here. Into the world. That's why I trust your ears. Carry Wolf. Wolf Car.